Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the portfolio. Again, I want to start off the video by saying thank you to all the subscribers, all the viewers out there showing the channel so much support. Immensely appreciate that. If you guys do enjoy the video content, if you guys do enjoy the video series, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, make sure to hit that bell button to get alerts and updates on all new content posted on the channel. For today's video, I thought I'd do another all portfolio review, essentially going through each of the stock holdings on the portfolio. I try to do at least one of these per month. I have a number of videos on the channel on the front page for portfolio reviews. Please take a look at that if you are interested. As you can see here, over the last 1 month of trading, the portfolio has been doing exceptionally well. You can see it's up 10.41%, 19, 3, 14, 14. As we'll detail on the portfolio, this has to do with two of the largest holdings on the portfolio, Bertola Pharmaceuticals as well as Ford Motor Company. Those have been bouncing back quite well over the last 1 month of trading. But let's go down to the portfolio. If you guys remember from my prior all portfolio reviews, I try to go through each of these stocks as per market segment. First, starting with my high dividend yielding ETFs, moving into healthcare, so on and so forth. I'll detail each of those transitions, and again, I'll go through all of the holdings on the portfolio. As you can see on the bottom there, bottom left, one share of DVY as well as equity value at 93.87. So let's go ahead and get started here. Again, these are first my high dividend yielding ETFs. One share of DVY, 93.87. SCHD, one share, 49.24. SDY, one share, 94.60. SPHD, one of my favorite high dividend, low volatility ETFs. This is a very good fund. The only drawback is that it does have a fairly expensive expense ratio, 0.3%. You can compare that to a Vanguard fund like VOO here, which has an expense ratio of 0.04. So quite a large expense ratio, but nonetheless a very accessible stock. The price of the stock is $40.49 currently, so new investors with smaller portfolios can jump into the stock. You can see I have a large holding this as well in the portfolio. 36 shares, $14.57.64. VOO, one of my favorite ETFs for any investor. Very low cost funds. All of the Vanguard funds essentially are a high quality fund. 6 shares, $14.73. And the last fund in the high dividend yielding ETFs is VYM, one share, $82.15. Next, we'll move into healthcare stocks. First with pharmaceutical companies. AbbVie, 31 shares, $27.51.56. Eli Lilly and Company, 5 shares, $582.90. Pfizer PFE, one of the first stocks in the portfolio, 120 shares, $51.10.80 for equity value. Bertola Pharmaceuticals, take a look at the 1 month graph here. You can see the phenomenal performance, 59.85%. Definitely rebounding here quite a bit. This is what's really propelling the portfolio up here over the last 1 month of trading. And you can see here a very large holding, the second largest holding in the portfolio, 1,247 shares, $33,606.65 for equity value. Next, we move into some healthcare services companies. Abbott Laboratories, ABT, 46 shares, $32.93.14. Cardinal Health, CAH, 18 shares, $882.54. And then Johnson & Johnson, 6 shares, $7.86. Next, we'll move into industrials. First, starting with aerospace and defense. Boeing, BA, 1 share, $3.64. EADSY, a new entry to the portfolio. Airbus, one of the first international stocks that I bought with the portfolio. 2 shares, $53.12. Lockheed Martin, LMT, 1 share, $282.90. Next, we move into conglomerates. First with GE here, 228 shares, $2,072.52. 3M, MMM, 2 shares, $391.72. Actually a couple machinery and railroad companies here. CNI, Canadian National Railroad, 1 share, $82.38. Illinois Toolworks, ITW, 1 share, $136.67. And UNP, Union Pacific, 1 share, $158.34. Next, we move into one supply company, International Paper, IP, 2 shares, $91.36. The one chemical company, DowDuPont, 7 shares, $409.50. Next, we move into consumer discretionary, largest holding on the portfolio, as you can see on the bottom there, 8,700 shares, $74.385. For the past 1 month of trading, you can see here kind of an up and down pattern, but overall up 2.64%. So moves the portfolio quite a bit when you have 8,700 shares, $74,385 current equity value. The second Automotive company GM, 1 share, 38.71. Another new position for the portfolio, Tesla Motor, 2 shares, 609.40. Unfortunately, was laying off some workers here, it looks like, pulling back, trying to cut expenses. Kind of a drop off here, but if you take a look at the longer term perspective here, you can see it is still up quite a bit here over the last 5 years, 109.01%. And even over the last 1 year here, it is down 11.68%, but you can see the large volatility here, large swing of the stock price up and down here. So it's really not that far off from some of its recent lows here, down to 258 and 260, 250 or so here. So I think it's still in a very attractive stock, but definitely has been suffering a little bit over the past 1 week of trading with the negative news coming out on Friday. Next stock here, Garmin, GRMN, 2 shares, 135.80. McDonald's moving into restaurants, MCD, 1 share, 182.21. Another couple restaurants here, YUM, 1 share, 92.36. And its China offshoot, Yum Brands China, YUMC, 1 share, 36.16. Next we have a couple textile companies, L Brands, LB, 1 share, 27.45. And VFC Corp, 10 shares, 823.40. Next we move into consumer staples here, first starting with agriculture, Archer Daniels Midland, ADM, 2 shares, 88.52. Cisco SYY, 1 share, 62.68. A few household commodities, CL Colgate, CL, 8 shares, 501.04. Kimberly Clark KMB, 2 shares, 233.74. Hershey HSY for packaged goods, 2 shares, 216.28. KHC Kraft Foods, 15 shares, 712.95. Also have been doing a little bit of options trading, as you can see here. 1 contract at put 42.50. So essentially, I'd have to buy 100 shares of KHC if it gets below $42.50. Procter Gamble PG, 6 shares, 548.58. Next, there's a few beverage companies and consumer staples. BUD, Anheuser-Busch InBev, 6 shares, 441. KDP, 25 shares, 666.75. KO Coca-Cola, 3 shares, 141.66. PEP PepsiCo, 4 shares, 440.12. And then we move into a couple marijuana stocks here. ACB, Aurora Cannabis. I actually sold off my CGC after the recent spike in the price of that stock. I think I sold off around $42 for CGC. Financials, moving into the next market segment here. Axis Financial. This was BOFI, Bank of the Internet. Changed its name. 11 shares, 305.80. HBAN Huntington Bank shares, 4 shares, 54.36. Morgan Stanley MS, 2 shares, 87. And WFC Wells Fargo and Company, 1 share, 50.01. You have one insurance company, ORI Old Republic, 52 shares, 1123.72. Next we move into technology, first with IBM, 2 shares, 247.64. Apple AAPL, 3 shares, 469.68. A few semiconductors as well. AMD, 3 shares, 62.28. Intel INTC, 13 shares, 639.73. And Microsoft MSFT, 1 share, 107.91. Next we move into telecommunications. AT&T, one of the largest holdings in the portfolio, third largest holding, 900 shares, 27,900. This is the stock I do most of my options trading with as well. Just recently put out a video talking about the passive income I make on AT&T, both selling off puts as well as sell calls on the portfolio. Very good way of making some passive income. Second telecommunications stock here, VZ, Verizon, 3 shares, 170.46. Next, a couple energy companies, XOM, 11 shares, 802.01. Centerpoint Energy, CNP, 4 shares, 117.76. ED, Consolidated Edison, 5 shares, 382.55. And Southern SO, 3 shares, 141.61. Next, we move into Real Estate Investment Trust. First, starting with the largest holding in the portfolio with regards to REITs, Apple Hospitality, APLE, 400 shares, 6308. FRT, one of the first stocks in the portfolio as well. FRT, 4 shares, 503.64. O Realty Income, 32 shares, 2,068.80. And STAG, Stag Industrial, 1 share, 26.99. Then we move into a few other stocks, closed-end funds, other holdings, business development companies. GOF Guggenheim, 4 shares, 76.02. PCM Fund, 2 shares, 20.84. Prospect Capital, PSEC, 306, 2,068.56. PTY, PIMCO Corp and Income Opportunity Fund, 1 share, 15.72. And then YYY, Yield Shares High Income ETF, 1 share, 17.18. And there's a few other stocks here, miscellaneous stocks. BHK, Core Bond Trust, 1 share, 12.62. And then some penny stocks. MARA, 1 share. STR, 284 shares for 292.52. So that is the portfolio. I'll back out here and go through the stocks very slowly again once more. Again, these are all segmented as far as market segment here. The big trades I made on the portfolio was establishing a position with Tesla, as well as doing quite a few swing trades with AT&T. That is in conjunction with my options trading. Got out of CGC Canopy Growth. May get back into that stock if it does pull back a bit over the next couple months of trading. But otherwise, a very good portfolio performance with regards to Ford Motor Company as well as Bertola Pharmaceuticals. Those are definitely the stocks that are driving the portfolio. Also got a very large payment from Ford, a $1,080 dividend payment, which I'll be detailing on another dividend review of the portfolio. Try to do at least one of those per month as well. So that is the portfolio. Current value just over $204,000. Again, strong performance from Bertola Pharmaceuticals as well as Ford Motor Company. So not to make the video too long, I'll kind of end it here. Again, let me know what you guys think of the portfolio, what you guys are doing with your portfolios. If there's any good stock position that I don't have that you may think would be a very good addition, please let me know. Always looking for new stocks to jump into and research. So kind of that, I'll end the video. Again, if you guys enjoy the content on the channel, if you guys enjoy the video series, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Until next video, we'll see you then.